Thursday, October 17, 2024 meeting of the Iowa City Senior Center Commission is now in session. Introductions, I'm Lee McKnight. I'm the Vice Chairman and serving in place of our Chairman Jay, who is out of town.
Angela McConville, I'm our Johnson County representative on the group.
Latasha Deloach, staff.
Betty Ross.
Nancy Stragny.
Kristen Crumray, staff.
Okay. Does anybody have any additions or corrections to the minutes from our September meeting? Hearing no replies, I guess we'll have a motion to approve them.
Yeah, I'll move that.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion before we vote? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Do we have any public discussions for items not on the agenda?
I think we're good.
No?
We've
Okay.
been missing our public.
Okay, operational overview by Latasha.
Hello, everyone. I want to give a little update on some things I touched on last time and then just catch you all up on what's kind of up and coming. Again, Table to Table is table to tabling. It's busy. Mondays are very busy here. Always looking for volunteers. Always looking for people to make donations to the pantry. So you can do that anytime through the Washington Street door while we're open. What we have, we are still working more on the Black History Ball. We're trying to narrow down some of those things, but we're excited about our partnership with UI Stanley and some other folks, UNESCO, and the Iowa City Corvo Visitors Bureau. So working on that, getting the word out when we get it together to get the word out. There's still a lot of pieces that have to happen for that to happen. Whew, that's a lot of happens there. And pickleball went great. On the 29th of September, Friends of the Senior Center, which is our philanthropic arm that allows us to be able to take donations to help fill in gaps in our operations here at the Senior Center. It went really, really well. I think we made a little over 5,000, close to 6,000 for the fundraiser, which is great. People are very excited about it. By next year, it'll be a very well-oiled machine. Lots of wonderful partners, and we partner with some UI classes that have some emphasis on event planning, and with the Johnson County Pickleball Folks Association. And so it just went over really, really well. It was really great. Was glad to see everyone that was out, and people had a good time. Even if they were novices or they experts, they had a good time. So, like I said, it's a well-oiled machine, and we look forward to it next year. And we are in the heat version of the weather here in the building. So, if we have some cool days, we'll be fine. But if we have some hot days, you might stay home that day. I don't know. It'll be a little warm in here because we have switched over to heat because we only got two temperatures, cold and hot. So we're on the hot side now because we've had a lot of really cold days and the building has dropped down to like 57 degrees. So we had to go ahead and make that decision to switch over to the heat. But our hope is that we are getting a new system put in. They've already started doing a little bit of work on that, so that we'll be able to control the temperature, and they'll be monitoring monthly to help us make sure that we adjust what needs to be adjusted so that we have a nice temperature of 70 degrees all year.
Do you have any timing on that?
Well, they've already started working on it. Our hope is that it's completed before winter fully sets in, but they have already started working on that. They started, I think, earlier this week, maybe Monday.
They've been doing various things. I think the main part of the work will be in the next
Later,
couple of
but
weeks.
they're doing some preliminary stuff right now. So to help them to be able to, when they can start doing real machinery work. So they have to do the, scoping it out and figuring out all those pieces. So that's happening. Excited about that. Also excited as we were going through our capital campaign. No, capital improvement. I got a lot of acronyms in my head. So our capital improvement plan that we have had an increase of our funding for interior through the city. So, which is really exciting because we were down to, I think, like 3.8 mil. Don't quote me on that, I'm not exact. But I think over the next couple of years as we start that interior program, we have close to 5 or at 5. So that's really great. That means some of our wish list things that we were throwing out the window, we might have to go back outside and get it out the grass and put it back on the list. But we also, you know, the thing about the senior center is you steer with the basic needs with hopes that flowers grow, because sometimes when you start digging into the basic needs, you find other things because this building been around for a little bit. It's older than all of us. And so, you know, that's the thing that I get a little excited and I go, let's hope there's nothing wrong with this, you know. It's like we move this one table, it's like, who knew this whole floor had to be replaced, you know? It's one of those things. So we're fingers crossed that those funds that we received after the city looked at that will allow us to do some additional things here to really take us into the future. So I'm excited about that. Obviously the city, the senior center is always a buzz. There's always so many different things going on. I'm excited. This Saturday I'll be here to help with the Iowa City Book Festival. So if anyone is interested, they are going to have, I think it's in the open part of this book. No. Saturday they're going to have a bunch of panels. So one at 10, one at 11:30, one at 1, 2:30, and 4. Here. So it'll be the different authors that are all throughout the week who are going to be doing their own speaking and talking about their books. Some of them, most of them, not all, but quite the majority of them, they will be here on Saturday to specifically to be here for some panels. There are other panels in other places on Saturday, but some of them are at the public library, places like that. So
What time?
the first one that will be here on Saturday will be 10 a.m. And it's called Sense of Place with Forrest Gander. I think he's the lead person or something, I'm not sure. But then they're going to be talking to Katrina Gomez. They're talking to a lot of the Iowa Workshop folks. And then there's something about writing on film. So they'll have some folks from the Refocus Film Festival. They'll be here. Politics and Who Do You Read and Sense of Place too. So they'll have quite a bit of the Iowa Workshop folks that are working on books or have books out that'll be here. So I'll be here, but my main job is to go, do you need a hearing assistant device? Would you like to sit in this chair? Here you go. That's gonna be my job.
Hosting.
I'll be hosting and ushering. I'm dragging my daughter in to make her help too. So we'll be here all day, so feel free to come through, as well as check out the Iowa City bookfestival.org if you want to see the full schedule. And there might be some downstairs at the front desk if you want to get one off the counter so you can see more about what's going on. But we will be helping participate with that, so excited to do that. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything else. There's been so many things. We've been in budget season, so my head's kind of spinning off of numbers. But for the most part, things have been going pretty well here. We get all different types of folks here. We get all different types of situations and scenarios, but I think we're doing really well. Staff is doing really well of just working with whoever comes in, because we want everyone to feel welcome here. So unless I'm missing something.
So how's the attendance in the evenings and weekends?
I would say that they're steady. It just depends, because one thing that's happening here is that people have found out about us being a rental place. So we're having a lot more rentals than we normally have had. So sometimes our Saturday nights, we have some different social clubs and different things that are utilized in the building. During the day, a lot of people are coming in for their classes. On the weekends, if they have like yoga or Zumba is actually popular class on the weekend. So those are going really well. And during the week, I wouldn't say we're as busy in the evening, but there definitely are people here. I work sometimes one day a week, depending on our needs. And we definitely have people here on the weekdays that are working out. And so, because sometimes we have to be like, now I done been down here already and said 5 more minutes. That was 7 minutes ago. And so,
Gotta get your mom
yeah,
voice
so
on.
he like, we gotta turn the lights out. So, but yeah, we definitely have some folks who are utilizing at least the fitness rooms, and just sometimes it's just some of our folks that just want a safe place to be. They're here in the evening, so we're feeling good about that. And you know, we're not trying to be bustling with people either, because you know we have a small staff and it's not as many of us here during the evening too. So, but I would say it's doing really, really well. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh.
It'll probably come to you
Yeah,
after the meeting.
It will. Dang, it was something else, but that's okay. It was something random, and then it ran right out my head. So, early voting started. We're not a location, but we will be a polling location on the 5th. So, there will be lots of traffic on November 5th. So, just FYI for that day, if you have a normal activity, just know that we are a polling location. So, anything that's normally in the assembly room or in the lobby stuff will still go on, I think, but it just might be noisier than normal.
So where are the polls going to be? In that
Assembly room, yep. They bring all the machines and stuff, and then they set up in the assembly room. So November 5th, 6th, 5th? 5th. But early voting is happening. People can still register as well. If this is a location, we'll be up and ready to go that day. So.
Okay, good. That's good to hear. Another good use of our building.
Yep.
Okay, any discussion on the senior center master plan?
We will begin to talk about design work starting next next annual year. So in what year we in? 2025. So, again, I've been in budget. So like we're saying 26. So I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what year is this? We're in 24. In 25, we'll begin start looking at some design things. So there may be some input needs there, but we already have quite a bit of input from folks. But there may be some updating needed. So we'll definitely, as we know more, we'll bring things to the commission, so that people can kind of get some peeks at some things.
Okay, good. That
We
sounds
might get
good.
popular during that time. So, but I'm excited about the wonderful things we're going to be able to do here, even if it's just replacing some furniture and some new things, but which we have been doing. As you all notice, we have newer furniture, but our lobby, I'm excited about replacing that.
Yeah, I am too.
It's going to be nice.
About that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Okay, is there any community correspondence?
I have a couple things to say. So my time here is coming to an end, which
No.
means that there will be an open spot, at least one, on the commission starting next year, calendar year 2025. So as we move to the end of the year, if you have a friend or a family member or whoever that wants to apply for my spot, they have to fill out the application online, turn it into city council, which evaluates it, and then you guys decide whether or not that is the county representative. I think the ultimate decision gets to be made by you guys. This hasn't happened in 6 years because I've been on this board, so you'll have to kind of go through and re-examine the process for that, and then you'll vote in once you get new people appointed. You'll want to go through the process of deciding
Yep.
the officers. So start thinking about people you might want to serve.
And I think there'll be 2 other openings.
And if-
but that's if those folks don't reapply.
Yeah, you have to go through the
We have to
reapply. Yeah, so if your term is ending, you need to pull that application out online and fill it out and turn it in. So don't delay, because we've
think
only
I've
got a
got
couple
another year.
months. Okay.
No, I think yours is up at the end of this year
Okay.
in
Oh, is it?
December.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were filling somebody else's term.
I see.
And their
Yeah.
term was going to be up at the end of this year, so you would need to reapply
Okay.
probably in December.
And you can
Or
copy and
can you
paste a lot of the
reapply
stuff
now?
over.
I don't know about now, but soon.
Soon. I think you can reapply in like December, knowing your term is up if you're interested. And then I think it's the same as our new person, Ross would need to reapply. Yeah, we get like every time there's a council meeting, they send us a note saying openings or upcoming openings, and I think I saw those names. So, but yeah, hopefully you all reapply if there's still time to do that, and if not, if you've been here forever like Angie, then we have to wish you well.
Well, and the thing is that you get to serve 2 terms, so back to back, and then you have to wait. You have to come off, and then you can come back on again if you love it and you missed it for a year.
So there are 2 vacancies currently posted for Iowa City residents and 1 for the at-large.
Oh, is it posted? Like, okay, so you can apply now.
Yep.
You can apply now. So.
And the at-large one, they're putting a time limit of Tuesday, November 12th.
Oh, so you have to
it's
apply
coming up.
now. Okay.
Soon.
Yeah. It's really soon.
So that's a non-Iowa City.
Yeah, for the
That's just for
person.
Angie's role. Anybody
Yes.
from outside of Iowa City. So we're
'Cause there's-
Corville, Tiffin.
There's extra steps with that one. So.
Yeah. Any of those. Because they vet it, and then we would have our next meeting
Yeah, in December, or even
It will have to-
in November even.
maybe.
Yeah.
That might be too tight of a turnaround. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a city council meeting before that. So on the 12th, if there's not a city council meeting before our meeting, then we would decide in December for Angie's position. So the city will appoint all of you all except this position, the 7th position.
But I think they like to look at the application
Well, yeah,
first
which is
anyways.
important.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to.
Yeah.
And the other thing is really important. If you're talking to your friends and they want to be on the commission, they have to actually live in Iowa City. Outside of this position, they have to actually live in Iowa City. It can't be a business address. They actually have to live, because we've had that throughout different commissions where people have used their business address and they might be Iowa City, but they didn't live here in Iowa City, and so that becomes a little bit of a wrinkle. But that does happen.
How did you get recruited?
I was recruited by a former president of this, somebody I had
Oh,
worked with at the
Charity.
county.
Scott.
Scott Finlayson was on this, and then he that was
Yeah, he
the end
left,
of
but
it.
that was his way of leaving. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to replace me with good
He
people.
recruited someone and then was gone.
Yeah.
My second soapbox that I'm going
Okay.
to get on
Okay.
is we're talking about the plan to renovate this whole building and how much it costs, right? I mean, you said it was down for just that one phase down to 3.5, and they had increased it a little bit. And I want to just remind everybody in the public that how much money do you guys get from membership fees every year? What's the revenue for that?
That's a little less than 60,000.
60,000 revenue fees.
Yeah.
So the government, the local government here, majority of the funds are coming from, is subsidizing this building and the use of this building. So if this building was put in the hands of the private sector to run, they'd have to fill that $5 million with revenue from membership fees. So the reason why this building is so accessible to people, it's you've got scholarship programs that are defraying costs for some folks, and the public can use it, and it's a space that's really affordable to everybody, is because
And it's
your
built
local
with
government is taking the local property taxes and spending it on this building to make sure that it lives on for you guys as long as possible. We're good stewards of the building. So I just, when people talk down about local government and that they don't like it or they don't like paying their property taxes, it's these things that it goes to, and the roads you drive on, and the cost of a federal agency to tell you that there's listeria and to pull all the meat. If there wasn't those things in action, then we would be eating Listeria-borne meat. So, you know, like and there would be roads, and there wouldn't be, you know,
wouldn't be a lot of
sidewalks that have accessible for a wheelchair, and
Free
there
bus
wouldn't
service.
be bus services,
buses.
free bus. I know Iowa City is so cool for doing that. It's such a hip
That's
thing
how
to
I
do.
got here.
Yes, it's awesome. I love it. North Liberty needs some bus, but you didn't hear me. We're working on it. But yeah, it's important when you think about the people you elect and really taking action and how wonderful this building is. So thank you, Latasha, for all your work. And it's a small team. Thank you, Kristen. You've always been awesome. Anyways, vote, please.
So, end of soapbox?
End of soapbox.
Okay. Do we have any future agenda items that we need to bring up?
I know I'm gonna work with Heather and see if she can come and make a presentation, because I know that was something that Jay had mentioned. So I'll talk with her about coming to talk to us about Friends of the Senior Center.
Okay.
And I can't guarantee it's next month because it is kind of end of year, putting the letters out and all of that. But I will make sure that she gets here and do a short presentation for all of y'all about
Okay.
what's happening. I think that's it. Oh,
Anything else?
we're getting a new awning, which we're excited about.
Nice.
I know.
With a new logo on it
With the
then?
new logo.
Yes.
Are we going to get a lighted sign in front
No,
of the
we
front door?
can't. It's not even that we don't want to. We can't. It's a code that says we can't have illumination downtown.
It would have, the front of the sign would have to be bumped out, and it's already in the easement. It's like already in the right of way.
Yeah, so it would have to go out another 6
Inches and-
which would be a major sidewalk code issue. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice, but yeah, we're kind of. In our next iteration, maybe we'll knock that whole sign down and put it in the grass, and then we can do it. But it starts getting, the prices start ticking up when we're tearing down versus.
And it's tricky too. The flagpole is directly behind that. There's like, everything's a little bit closer than you actually think it is.
Yeah.
Out there, it looks like there's a lot of space, and then all of a sudden there is actually really not that much space there.
Okay.
But I agree, it would be nice.
It would be nice,
My
yeah.
thing is secretly, I want a senior center flag to go on the flagpole, but I guess I'm doing a lot. I don't know. I
could
want
make that
tables
happen.
out there with big, awning things over the tables that says IFC Senior Center. But I dream so big, so.
A little beacon in the sky.
Yes!
Logo on
like
it.
I want someone to
Light.
at night it comes out and it's like,
That's it.
Senior center here.
ICSC on and it kind of rotates off the building. Yeah, I dream real big.
I had something that kind of falls in that you can throw it out if you want, but the sun beats down on you when you're sitting at that.
Oh yeah, the bench right there.
Yeah, and if there was an awning over that, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, well, I guess that's interior, exterior.
I was gonna say, in the original design long ago that will need to be
Yes.
redone.
Our hope was
has
to have
an
that
entrance way with,
yeah.
with seating or a place to wait for
Yeah.
transport there, right?
Oh,
That was originally our hope.
It'd be great to keep the rain off you
Yeah.
too.
It is definitely something that we hope and dream for. So I don't know if we can do it with the budget money that we have here, because once we got into the exterior project, it was pricier than we expected. Like I said, that happens. Maybe we'll go back and look at it. The thing is, we have the design, so we'll knock out the things that we know we can do, and we'll, like I said, it's in the grass, but I don't have a problem going outside the window and scooping it up if we can make it happen. So the beautiful thing about capital improvement projects is you use the money you have, and then if you want to tack something on, you do. That doesn't mean they're gonna fund it, but you can definitely put it in there as something that you want to do. So I think I don't think anything is wrong with that, of saying, hey, I know we're doing all this, but we really think this could be a great improvement to the senior center, and it might get funded after we get past some of these other things, because they like, ma'am, you've asked for a lot of money here. I just gotta, I gotta take my time when I request more money, because it's not a very extensive, it's not cheap, but in comparison to some of our other projects, it's not that it can't be completed. It just might be something that has to be done later in the future. But we can also work on purchasing some senior center umbrellas too, though, till then. we can sell some senior center beautiful umbrellas until we can do that.
And you can combine it as a fundraiser, like sell the umbrellas to people.
Yeah. Or it's some city, and I think it's in DC or somewhere, where you look up and there's a bunch of umbrellas. Maybe we can have them suspended from the sky. colorful umbrellas suspended somehow from the sky, and they protect everyone as they're coming in, where the awning is and that. Hey, like I said, I think really big. I think really big. Anything is possible. So that's all I had.
Okay. Anybody else? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We need a second?
A second.
Okay, we're going. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. Good job.